Hi Geminis, I hope you guys are having a good day. I wanted to do a video for you guys for November to just kind of cover everything that you could expect or be dealing with this month. I'm going to do general love and career just to kind of break it all down for you. Have all my decks in front of me here, and I'm going to be following along with like a little plan that I made up. So I'm going to try to start doing more videos like this. I'm really trying to find the space and time and set boundaries with my living circumstances so that I can produce more content for you guys. I know that this year I have not been the most consistent due to everything that has happened. If you're unaware about the fire and everything else, I'm not going to get into that right now, but I definitely am doing my best, and thank you to everyone who watches the videos, who books with me, and engages with my content. But let's get into it, Gemini. I'm also a Gemini rising and sun, so I am kind of being biased and doing our reading first, but also because we have the Mars retrograde that just began in the sign of Gemini. So I think that Geminis are actually feeling a lot right now, and I wanted to focus on you guys' energy first. And I'll be jumping around doing the signs I feel called to do, who I feel Spirit is telling me needs a message. So that's gonna be how I'm doing these videos. So please don't comment, can you do this sign next or whatever. Maybe if you guys do comment that, or at least ask nicely, I will consider, you know, whether or not I feel called to. But other than that, let's get right into it. And of course, please like before I even get into the reading. I would really appreciate that. As you guys watch these videos, remember that liking and commenting really helps me, helps my engagement, helps me find like new clients and viewers here on YouTube. I am trying to develop more of a presence here just because I like recording videos. I think it's a cool way to just stay on top of like all the information I'm always channeling for you guys. So let's get into it. Without further ado, this is going to be for Geminis, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, South Node, or stellium. So a stellium is 3 or more planets in the sign of Gemini in this case. So keep that in mind. I also, of course, welcome my cross watchers or anyone who just wants to be nosy, but this reading is for Geminis, and I'm going to be speaking in the perspective of a Gemini, or, you know, through the lens of the story I'm seeing for the Geminis today. So as a Gemini, I can talk my ass off. So let's that was what, a 2-minute and 30-second intro. So sorry, my Geminis, but I'm trying to get better at like what I really want to say at the beginning of these videos, and so far I'm failing. So general portion of this reading, what's coming out for you guys generally. I want to know with tarot what you can expect, the energy that's surrounding you, or like what you're coming up as right now. Let's see what comes out for my Geminis. Whoa, it's a few cards. That's too many, but the first card that did come out was the 4 of Cups, so very much in contemplation. But what I heard is that you guys might want to be mindful of overlooking certain opportunities or letting certain things pass you by because you're so hyper fixated on something either that didn't work out, because the card after the 4 of Cups is the 5 of Cups, so it could be something that's like not working out as well, that maybe you haven't fully realized like this is like a lost cause, or this just isn't clicking. Or I just channeled a mini message for the mutable signs, and you guys are a mutable sign, and I did say that like you guys feel like something's not clicking right now. So you could be in contemplation mode, wondering, should I go forward with this? Should I take this cup? Should I, what I'm hearing say how I feel to some people. There's a lot of different paths that you guys are being called to take right now, depending on your story. But I do feel that you could be hesitating or afraid to make the wrong decision. Or for some of you, you could feel that you're in a very emotional place right now, especially with like Mars retrograde, Mars being in Gemini in general. You could feel that your emotions are really heightened at this time, so you don't want to make like any impulsive decisions. But Spirit's kind of saying that like sitting in your emotions and dwelling, or letting things kind of simmer for too long is also just like also not healthy. So there's a need to find balance here, and find a constructive way to express yourself, assert yourself, whatever, which makes complete sense with the Mars retrograde in your sign. So the other two cards that did come out, like I said, some of you could be feeling like you're wasting your time, or you're still investing in a lost cause, or something isn't going to work out in your favor, you're afraid. I'm also hearing triggered, like some of you guys could be feeling like holding on to maybe past experiences, or just allowing yourself to believe that something is not going to work out because of it not working out in the past. So try to be a little bit more open-minded, because I do feel that you're creating delays with this World reverse card. You're like I'm hearing blocking your blessings, or just creating stagnancy and delays by maybe holding on to like outdated mentalities, or like negativity, or low self-esteem. Like you're lacking confidence right now, and it's kind of giving that whole like, oh yeah, that's never gonna happen, when really it's fully possible, and the cup is literally right there. Like this is showing you that, well, if you I just heard with that mentality it won't, you know how people say that. So again, it's really about your mentality right now, and how being so mercurial, you guys being ruled by Mercury, your mind is such a tool and a gift for you. So understand that when you're using it incorrectly, it can definitely create chaos or blockages in your life. So understanding that you have to, I'm just hearing fine tune, or really, you know, if you have like a knife, or if you have a gun or whatever, you have to keep that, there's upkeep that is involved. So the same thing is with your mind, because with Mars being in Gemini, I'm hearing like your mind is a weapon, and not in a bad way, but in a way that is going to ultimately get you out of your circumstances, free you from, you know, where you might feel stuck or trapped, or taken advantage of, or whatever else. But you have to be empowered. You have to understand what you're capable of, what you deserve, what you're able to overcome, and fight. Maybe you need to fight those intrusive thoughts. Fight back is what I'm hearing, like whether it's those demons, those intrusive thoughts, those bad habits, but don't submit right now to those negative things. Because yeah, I love that the King of Coins did come out as I was talking. It flew out, and so I do feel that you guys are being called to like step into your power and realize your full potential. I just heard legacy, so building your legacy right now is what I'm seeing you being focused on. But you got to get out of your head. Yeah, look at that, on the top of the deck is the 7 of Coins. So this is where you're at. The King of Coins is where you're able to go, but you have to believe in yourself right now, and also understand that this is not going to happen overnight, that it's going to take effort, that it's going to take, you know, planting the seeds, tilling the soil, doing all of the like the steps, you know. And I just heard seasons as well, so understand that sometimes there's working seasons and then there's reaping seasons. So anywho, that's kind of where you guys are at right now regarding like just your life and what you need to understand. So this could be about multiple aspects of your life, but I do want to pull an affirmation card to see what's going to help you get grounded in this energy, or understand it better, or embrace it better. With the affirmations, there is an affirmation on the front and then a quote on the back. So I'll read this for you, and then we'll go into just what kind of how you need to move forward. I have all it takes to make my dreams a reality. Like I said, get out of your head. You have what it takes. So all you need is the plan, the roadmap, and the courage to press on to your destiny. So again, the plan, the roadmap, the courage, it's showing that there's a need to prepare. There's a need to get organized. There's a need to execute, you know, and really start to think about those details, which is so mercurial, especially with Mars and Gemini. I keep referring to that, but it's going to be important for you guys. Right now, strategy is everything. So keep that in mind. I have all it takes to make my dreams a reality. That's your affirmation for this month. Now, with the Modern Runes deck, what are you guys, you know, needing to embrace, or where are you headed ultimately? That's what I want to know. What can you look forward to? Or what is really going to help you to utilize this energy and really make these breakthroughs happen, basically. Some of you need to move. This could be like away from family, or some of you I'm even seeing like ending a relationship. So this could be someone, like, I don't know if some of you guys are pregnant, or someone, I don't know. It feels like some of you guys could end up pregnant, but it's like you're not deciding to be with the person. The way that I'm seeing this is this person, you know, I don't know, like turning their back to this person, maybe because they didn't do something properly. I don't know. It's a really interesting message the way it came out in my head. But someone's shameful here, or someone's disappointed or has disappointed you, because I'm seeing you guys as this feminine energy here, more protective and preserving, whether it is a child or a business or something that you are working toward and really value and have put a lot of your energy into, whereas you're turning your back from anyone who doesn't make you feel secure, or who's taken advantage of you, or who has, you know, not really like stepped up in the ways that you've needed them to. And so you could see that this person is even shamed. So I don't know, I started channeling that you guys could be dealing with someone who's this way. The roles could also be reversed, and this is you and this is someone else here. Even if it's not a physical baby, like I said, it could be like a passion project, a home, or like security in some way. This card is showing me that you guys need to basically move towards security, or be mindful of the need for security, especially if you are dating someone, if you are like dealing with your family, like if this is a family situation. Security, whether it's emotional, because they are on the water, so it makes me think of emotions, and like sensitivity, you know what I mean, perception, and what is that called, like being connected on like an intuitive level. There's a need for this in your connections and the people who you hang around with in your environments. If you're not getting that from people, there is a need for you to turn your back from these people and distance yourself. Some people could really be regretting that, maybe that they haven't been able to show up for you, or that they wanted to, but they feel like maybe they're not in the best position themselves to show up for you. And I'm hearing like you can't wait for these people, that you have a mission, and this is important for your security, like your sense of security, whether it's emotional, physical, but you can't risk your own security or threaten your own success, or, you know, your own foundation for anybody else who isn't really showing up in the ways that they need to. It's like someone jumping in this water and they're drowning, and you are like, I can't jump in to save you. Like I'll you know, throw you this stick, but I can't jump in to save you because I'm gonna die too. So that's really what this situation is about. And it's about finding the people who you can rely on, and who are a team, and who aren't kind of like in the middle of crisis, or when things get tough, or, you know, when your back's against the wall, kind of like leaving you hanging because they, you know, don't know how to react or respond properly. So remember, again, your whole general message is that you guys are learning how to react better, how to respond better. And maybe this is separating you from people who are really just not learning the lesson, you know? So keep that in mind for your general reading. Now I want to kind of just cover love and career, see what, especially for some of you, because I do feel like this card is related to love or a relationship of some kind, companionship as well, like the people who you need in your circle, you know. It's giving like 11th house energy, but community, and who you can actually rely on when it comes down to it. So really keep that in mind and consider who that might be at this time. And if you have been questioning certain relationships and feeling like people are not showing up for me, I need to stop overextending myself, I need to stop investing in these people because I'm only losing, you know, out in the long run, don't ignore that feeling. And but getting into love, I want to talk about love next. I'm going to use the Romance Angel Oracle deck, classic deck, just to see what Geminis are going to be dealing with in love moving forward. Okay, interesting. Yeah, so didn't I say like something could not be, someone's not pulling their weight, someone's not, you know, responding in the way that they need to. Unrequited love, it says there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. This card always just makes me think you and someone else aren't on the same page, like you don't want the same things, or again, like they aren't able to show up for you in the ways that you need, and vice versa. But there could definitely be some unrequited love in a connection, and this could be about you needing to decide if this is something that can be healed and worked on and fixed, or if this is something that feels like a liability, you know what I mean, and that's eventually going to like I don't want to say betray, but for some of you, you could feel that way. Like, is this person eventually going to betray me? Is this person loyal? Is this person, you know, gonna have my back at the end of the day? Like, that's what the biggest message here is for you guys. So that's something you really need to consider if this is about like committing to someone or getting back into a relationship with someone, or continuing a relationship with someone if you guys are currently in that relationship, because reconciliation did come out. So for some of you, you are going to be reconnecting with someone from your past, like an ex or something, maybe someone who you never really got where you wanted to with that person. For others of you who are in a relationship, this could still be an ex coming back, but it's almost like instead of you just wanting to reconnect with this person, they could be coming back and making you question the current relationship that you're in. So if you are in a relationship and maybe you feel like you've settled and this is why you've turned your back, maybe the relationship's gone cold, maybe you're bored, maybe you feel stuck or trapped, and for some of you guys, someone is coming back from your past to, like, I just heard remind you of what, like, because I heard loveless, so I don't know if you guys, some of you are in like a loveless marriage or relationship, or things have just become really cold or stagnant, and this person's coming back to almost like remind you what passion feels like, or you know what I mean? That's what you associate this person from your past with, so that's how you would know who they are. Someone you had a really passionate relationship with, and maybe things didn't end well, or they didn't go as far as you wanted them to. Again, with the unrequited love, like something happened to break you guys apart. But this does make me feel like you guys are meant to figure out whether or not you want to be with this person, or if you want to entertain them, or who you want to be with at the end of the day, who's going to be best for you. Because keep an open mind card says your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So I'm not sure if this is saying like this person that you're reconciling with is different than your usual type and expectations, or if the person you're currently dealing with is, or if someone new is coming into your life. And for many of you, I do think this is about keeping your options open, not settling and not rushing into anything as well, especially because this card shows me that you guys right now are needing to really focus on your security and what you're getting yourself into, because this card also shows that you're in a transition. They're in the middle of water. So you guys there's a lot changing in your life, and that could be your priorities and your needs and your love languages as well. So, I'm hearing experiment. That Mars and Gemini that I keep referring to is also going to be about experimentation, keeping your options open, and kind of strategizing when it comes to what you really want to invest in, what you really want to entertain, especially because Geminis are so mutable and can become bored pretty easily. So is this going to stimulate you? Is this going to make you feel like you can grow with it? You know what I mean? Like this baby, this could be like a start of something, but this is like, okay, what about the longevity though? Is this going to work out in the long run, or is this just, are you here for a good time or a long time? That's kind of what I'm feeling with all areas of your life. Anything you are investing in emotionally, physically, financially, relationship wise, you know? So anywho, let's see, what else shall we look into? I did want to use the Hidden Truth Oracle. Did I even pull that deck out? I don't want these readings to become too long, but I do want to cover, like, you know, enough that you guys are getting what you need to hear. I'm probably going to see if I can do like a couple videos a day, like 1 or 2 signs, and do it like every other day or every day, so all the signs can have their video within like a week's time. But we'll see how I am able to divvy out my time. I'm grateful for the spiritual lesson. Okay, so you and this person are definitely connected on a spiritual level, and I feel that the relationship, this feels like the reconciling again. So this is the person that I feel is coming back from your past. They've learned a lot from you, or they feel like they've become a better person because of you, or, you know, you've heightened their awareness. Something like that is what I'm getting. So many things remind me of you. Yeah. So this person thinks about you a lot. This is this person, I feel like. I don't know if this is them. I don't know if they have a child. Like I said, loveless marriage. So maybe this person did have a child with someone else and they're not with this person, or they aren't happy with this person. But this person does feel like the same person who's like thinking about you. Whether this again is you or another person that they're dealing with, they don't feel the happiest right now. And they are definitely thinking about you. If this is the person, you know, the unrequited love and reconciliation. I also heard the one that got away, and like they feel like there's unfinished business. Like it feels like they can't stop thinking about you because they know that things ended prematurely, basically. So many things remind me of you, and I'm grateful for the spiritual lesson. So maybe this person wants to come back to kind of like tell you how much you meant to them, or like thank you, or that's kind of the energy that I'm getting. So maybe it's just to receive closure because they are energy I'm picking up on is them being pretty distraught or distracted or overwhelmed by their emotions right now. And maybe they're trying to go through a transition too. Like I said, maybe they are trying to be in a new relationship or start a family or something like that. And it's like they can't move on from you. And so they've realized this is because they don't want to move on from you. For some of you and for others of you, they're realizing it's because they might still have some guilt or something. So they could be coming back maybe to not be with you, especially with the unrequited love. For some of you, you'll have to take it as it resonates. You'll know based on how the relationship ended and whether or not, some of you don't even feel really open to it. You're the person with your back turned to them. But if you are open to it, then you'll know like whether or not you want to re-enter this connection and what this person may have done or why things ended between you. But it does feel that for some of you, it's like this person doesn't actually want to come back to be with you, but to maybe just like relieve their own guilt or something like that. In order to finally move forward or to make peace with the past. So keep that in mind. I think that that's why you got the unrequited love card with keep an open mind, because this might not be, a reconciliation might not mean that you guys are going to be together. It's just that someone is returning to from your past, maybe to address things, because we are in a Mars retrograde. So this could be about that closure again. Maybe things like old resentment, old emotions that have just been kind of boiling up that need to finally boil over. So the last card is I bury myself in work to forget about you. So like I said, this person cannot get over you and they feel, I just heard haunted, interesting, haunted by thoughts of you. So, let's move on, I guess, to career. So back to focusing on you, what you need to keep in mind for you right now, because it does feel like many of you are either going to be turning your back to this person, already have, are kind of waiting for them. If you are open to it, like you're still kind of waiting for them to step it up and focusing on, again, like whether it's a passion project or kind of just like yourself, you know, cultivating whatever it is that you want in your life. And knowing that kind of if it's meant to be, it'll be, you know? So, yeah, I feel like this person's definitely like, I'm hearing that they are trying to decide how to approach you. But let's do career, starting with the Creativity Oracle deck to see what comes out for you guys, what you may need to keep in mind. Where is that deck? Oh, okay. What you need to keep in mind regarding your career or just like your life path in general. So whether you work a 9-to-5 or you're an entrepreneur, how your life path and purpose and overall career is being affected right now. So the 3 cards that just flipped out are share. To help you make progress, it's a good idea to share what you have and what you care about. So this, to me, I'm seeing like I literally, you know, like a share button on social media, or like when you share content or whatever, that's what I saw, like that arrow. That is typically the little emoticon for it. So some of you guys need to like start a social media platform, be more consistent on your social media platform, network like more, or like look into strategizing how to like, you know, kind of like increase your engagement and things like that, like get your stuff shared more. Because especially as a Gemini and a mutable sign, and Gemini being ruled by Mercury rules the marketplace. So when it comes to like selling something or even selling yourself, again, if you want to be like a content creator or an influencer, that's a gift that you guys do have. And so I think that this is going to be about word of mouth and letting something, whether it's like sell itself is kind of what I'm hearing, or promote, market itself, you know what I mean? By you, like I'm hearing organic as well. So by you organically, just whether it's being yourself or just sharing the things that you love, doing like, I don't know, some of you, I feel like you're gonna get, I'm hearing brand deals. I'm hearing a lot, so bear with me if I sound crazy, but I'm hearing brand deals. I'm hearing marketing. Like I said, there's an ability for you guys to like use your social influence to gain what you want or make other people work for you, not in like a crazy tyrannical way or anything, but like helping others help you, or making others help you on, honestly, like on a subconscious level. Like they don't understand. I don't know why that's coming out that way, but I think that you guys just need to understand that you really have the ability to work smarter, not harder, in a lot of things. And it's not about using people. It is about using people to your advantage, because like Gemini, derivatively, Gemini has Libra in the 5th house. So when it comes to like you knowing how to use people, or how to benefit people, therefore so that they benefit you, that's really gonna why can't I speak? That is going to be extremely relevant when it comes to how you guys execute or express yourself or get things out and seen into the world. So just definitely keep that in mind with any of the goals that you have right now. You will need people, and you need to share more, put yourself out there more, be more consistent in like what, you know, if you do create content, or if you make art, or if you make music or whatever, you need to consistently be sharing it with people and posting it somewhere, or sending it somewhere, you know what I mean? That could even be like if you want to pitch something, or you're sending your music to producers, or wherever, like blogs and stuff like that. Like doing that consistently is going to make the most be the most effective, basically. So anywho, the two other cards you got, perfectionism. I can see why all of this is being said, because you guys aren't sharing because you're a perfectionist. So you could be really overwhelmed, or feeling like it's not perfect yet, or taking like too much time, hesitating. And so maybe that's why you're not producing as much content as you'd want, or, you know, and you need to realize it's not that deep, it's not that serious. Just kind of go for it. And by experimenting and trying those different things, and not being good at everything, and something messing up, or, you know, having to learn a lesson from the experience, it's what my words, I'm sorry, it's what's going to help you master this ultimately, and what's going to get you out of that idea that, okay, everything has to be perfect for it to be respected or liked or whatever. You're gonna realize that some of the stuff that you just kind of threw out there is the stuff that's responded to the most. Because like I said, the share card shows me that you guys need to be more authentic, like be more candid. That's the word that I'm looking for, candid with people. Like just kind of whatever's on your mind, sharing. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna pause this and start a new video. My apologies. Okay, so anyway, as I was saying, so this perfectionism and share, don't let it hold you back. Don't feel like everything has to be perfect. Oh, people are gonna judge me. Oh, like it feels like you guys want to release something, say it's a product or a video or anything, and you're like over editing. I went to school for creative writing, and my professors would always say, like, don't edit as you write and then edit, because doing so, it can really limit a lot of your ideas. And say if a painter, for instance, was constantly trying to like stay in line to make everything perfect, and you know, it's not going to really come out the best. And so sometimes being too technical or focusing too much on those details, which is a gift of yours but can also be a curse, work on that. And just understanding that just trying new things and knowing it's not going to be perfect is what's going to make you get better at it in the long run. But not trying it all, or not putting anything out at all, or keeping to yourself. And for many of you, I'm seeing that you have a lot of hidden talents and like gifts and things that you're really good at, but you don't think you're good enough, so you're not sharing it. Or maybe it's a hobby and you're like, oh, I don't have any business like putting that out there, or trying to monetize this, or trying to, you know, become more known or brand this, you know. That's really what I'm seeing it as. F it. Like I really do see it being possible for you guys. And I also, for some reason, am channeling like other people judging you, like maybe you feeling like people are telling you to stay in your lane, or you can't do that, or you try to do everything, or something like that is kind of what the vibe I'm catching for you guys, Gemini. And jack of all trades, like don't let people tell you that you shouldn't do anything, or that you can't do anything. Yes, you can. And if you're being inspired, that is a calling. Trust it, follow it, you know, embody it, because it's something that is meant for you. I'm hearing For Me by Pink Sweats and Blast. So listen to that song. It's an affirmation in itself. And so you really need to maybe sing that, you know, sing that to yourself. But accomplishment did come out. This does make me feel like you are going to be reaching accomplishments, or a major accomplishment that you have been wanting to reach after some time. But the card itself says, remember past accomplishments as a way to overcome present self-doubt. So, okay, so remember when you overcame things? Remember that? That's what this is telling you. I love that. It was 222 on the time. So it's like, remember when you went through that shit and then you got through it? Yeah. Stop overthinking. Like anything that you feel that you aren't able to overcome, or, you know, succeed in or figure out, yes, you can. Like, why are you telling yourself that you can't? You know, that's what Spirit's reminding you of. Like, I just heard the GOAT. So some of you guys might not realize that you actually like are meant to be an initiator, like, because GOAT means the greatest of all time. So I feel that for many of you, you need to, I'm hearing so many things today. You know that song that kind of went viral, and it's like, I'm pulling up on you, nigga. put some respect on my name, put some respect on my name, I'm hearing that for you guys. And so it feels like maybe you need to recognize who you are or realize the power that you hold, because a lot of other people recognize it. And a lot of other people seem kind of intimidated by you guys with the whole, oh, stay in your lane, you're always trying to do too much energy I'm picking up on. So maybe you guys have internalized that. And there's a need for you to realize that you are actually the GOAT of this shit. Like, you've started a lot of things. You've inspired a lot of people unknowingly, by the way. 333 on the time, love that. Definitely in your community, like, people are watching you, people are trying to like mimic what you're doing, people wonder how you do what you do. Know that, please trust that, because that's what I'm channeling. And so there's a need for you to like be more, like, act like you know what I mean? Like, put some respect on my name, like, show people that you know who you are and you're not going to be toyed with, taken advantage of, tried to make feel like, let people make you feel smaller, none of that. So I am hearing that. Stop playing small. Stop letting people play in your face. I don't know why Spirit's getting all aggressive, but that's like what I'm hearing right now. I think that this is ultimately about you guys believing in yourself and knowing that you really can accomplish anything that you set your mind to. And the only thing that's holding you back right now, again, is that those mentalities or any like subconscious beliefs that you cannot. So I want to use the Black Moon Astrology deck to see what else you need to like utilize or understand, especially about this purpose, or what you need to be executing right now. And then I'll use Surrender Oracle for what you need to release in order to bring all this in toward you, and we'll be done. Look at that stability. So earth element, it does make me think of like the need to, whether it's save your money or plan ahead or just come up with a more clear plan of execution right now. Maybe you guys are going too much with the flow, or just like being a little bit impulsive for some of you. Others of you are hesitating a lot. So I said at the beginning of the Four of Cups. So I think that that's what the balance is. For some of you, there's a need for you to sit and think about and ponder these things. For others of you, you've been doing it too long. So balance, find balance. That feels, again, I mentioned the Libra 5th house in derivative astrology. So it does feel that maybe there's still lessons being carried out for Libra season, or from Libra season for you guys. So balance feels super important. The eclipses are also in highlighting derivatively for you guys. Your 6th house would be in Scorpio, and then the 12th house in Taurus. So definitely also consider how like there's that balance between like the conscious and the subconscious, the waking and asleep, and like needing to understand like how it's really affecting your perception and even your motives and your actions on a day-to-day basis. But stability is really important for you guys right now. So again, like I said, turning your back on anyone, like other people might see that as like shady or be mad at you for it as well. I want to let you know that, but know that you're protecting yourself. This is nothing to do with how other people are gonna feel. This is about you and how you currently feel, and being more authentic to yourself in that way and advocating for yourself in that way. So what are you investing in right now, and is it really gonna add up to something positive? Is it really benefiting you? Is it really supporting you? Or is it just draining you, taking advantage of you, and making you feel at a loss? So the next card is escape. So like I said, there's something you need to escape. Like I said, these people are in a transition and moving away from something that feels like it wasn't very safe or practical or stable. So I do feel that you need to escape. But the 12th house, again, like I said, Taurus derivatively is in the 12th house for you guys, means that this is about breaking free of your subconscious. The 12th house is related to the subconscious, and we just had Jupiter re-enter into Pisces. So when it comes to that expansion, because I'm talking a lot about derivative astrology, if you don't know what it is, look it up, but derivative astrology would place Pisces in your 10th house. And so Jupiter entering your 10th house is like, oh wow, it opens the doors for these possibilities. What do I want? Where have I been overlooking my potential? And how can I break free of whatever subconscious, paradigms and conditioning are holding me back from believing it's possible? Whether it's how I, what I believe I deserve, my own insecurities and fears, that's really what you guys need to break free of right now. And that's what that Four of Cups kind of represents at the beginning. What are you dwelling on? What are you possibly not even seeing regarding your own emotional motivations? You know what I mean? And your the undercurrents of how you feel and what needs to be addressed so that you can move forward. And the last card is I know. So again, this is about consciously, like, being more cognizant of those things, realizing why things happen and how they're connected and why you reacted that way, or why you know, maybe attract to certain relationships, or why you have a tendency to spend money, or, you know, why you have certain attachments. These are the things you need to understand. Again, the balance between the 6th house in Scorpio and the 12th house in Taurus, the unconscious with the conscious, and bringing that, integrating that, and understanding why you do things that you do, and also why other people do things that they do. And that's gonna be what helps you accept people, because Aquarius is an air sign as well. Makes me think of like community in the 11th house. And so, you know, the people that you attract, you know, how you're a reflection of those people, why you want certain people in your life, what that means to you, how to advocate for those things, how to set boundaries with the people who don't add up to that, you know. That's going to be really important. Like I said, I don't want to say turning your back, but it is definitely going to be distancing yourself from a lot of people who just have not been showing up for you in the ways that you need. And you're finally saying, I'm done. I'm going toward what I know that I need, whether it's in love, whether it's in your jobs, whether it's in your family. And I'm not going to keep fighting for this if you're not, basically, you know. I have to protect myself. I have to put my own mask on first, all of that. So that's what I'm seeing for you guys here. Let's pull quick surrender oracle cards, because I know I'm probably over 30 minutes now. And then we'll leave it at that. Ooh, look at that. So, surrender your fear of change is the first card that flew out. And it says, the universe is reminding you that you are cared for always, whether you're afraid of a change in your job, your health, or a relationship, or if you fear aging or death. Repeat the affirmation, I have faith that all is well. So, trust your instincts. Again, whatever you're deciding, whatever you feel you need to do right now, whatever you feel you don't need to do right now, whoever you feel you need to cut off or tell about themselves or ask for them to show up more for you, whatever that is, don't ignore your instincts and what you're being called to do or what you feel at this time, because it is clearing out a path for you and showing you a direction. Because I do feel, like I said, a lot of you have been directionless or holding back a lot or dwelling a lot or overthinking a lot. And so it's time to initiate some changes, because you are in a transition. But like I said, it feels like you guys have been kind of going with the flow within that transition. And now something's waking you up to say, no, I have to take this into my own hands. I'm like, you might just be even getting bored for some of you. I'm bored of this. I'm tired of this. Like, that's the kind of energy that I'm getting. So it's like embarking on this like journey of like discovery. And then you got surrender to play. Yeah, like I said, you're bored. So you want more fun in your life. You want more passion and joy and excitement in your life. Right now, you could feel that things have just gone kind of stagnant. Even like I said, in that relationship, you want to cultivate something new. It is going to be possible for some of you, whether it's in your career or in love, or just in your own personal life. But you will have to initiate, and you will have to stand up for yourself, advocate for yourself, and no longer tolerate a lot of what you have been tolerating. 11/11 on the time. So new beginnings are definitely afoot for you guys. I'm excited about that as a Gemini myself, but I'm going to leave it there today, and I'm going to wish you guys the best. Please like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff if you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to tip, you can do so at the link below as well. Follow me on Twitter at Ashani-ism. It is ASHANISM. It is pronounced Ashani-ism. I know people will look at it and say Ashanism or whatever, but give it to me, okay? So I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you again for watching. Take care. Bye.